welcome to Dodge This, the channel that's all about things Guild Wars 2. This is Kaaboose speaking. Oh, but this is Guild Wars 1, you say? Yeah, well, it's about the Hall of Monuments, which is in Guild Wars 2, and it's a guide to that, so I'm sticking with that intro. I'm not changing it. Deal with it. Sorry this video wasn't up sooner, but I was mauled by my pet bird this morning when giving her calcium supplement. She's currently nesting and she needs that. And my thumb swelled up twice the size of what it is now. Okay, I'm exaggerating. Jeez. But yes, I didn't want to play with that thumb. Anyway, back to where the guide was last time. Now, I did mention you have to suggest using the Ritualist character only. For those, I figured I'd just chuck in a little adaptation here. For those of you who refuse to listen to me on that, I can tell you this much. Don't roll a warrior, do not roll a ranger, and do not roll an assassin. And for the love of God, do not, unless you have a guild that wants one specifically, roll a paragon. Unfortunately, the metagame in Guild Wars 1 has gotten to the point where trying to get a group with even being one of these classes, you're wasting your time. They will not take you. If you don't want to roll a Ritualist, I can tell you the next best things that are wanted are Mesmers. Once again, particular builds though, it's going to take a while to get all the skills. That's why I chose the Ritualist. Elementalists can still do decent damage and are accepted, and there's also a very good protection build with them in the metagame. Necromancers, sort of mid-ground there. Monks, if you're going to heal, people want monks. So, if you want to heal in this game, roll a monk, you'll be happy with that. Unfortunately, the other classes, not so useful. Also, if you decide you don't want to do the Factions campaign, the Nightfall campaign is also another good choice. I really recommend against doing the Prophecies campaign. Now, the Prophecies campaign has the pre-searing, which is great for showing off the relationships between the Char and the human. It's also a great experience altogether. If you want to roll a Prophecies character and experience that, or if you're still on the trial, go ahead. But once you're out of pre-searing, it takes a long time to even reach the capital city. It's even longer to get towards your max armor. I'm going to be aiming in this video to show off my character getting from level 1 to capital city max armor in 3 hours. Now, doing that with someone from the Prophecies campaign, without buying a run, you're probably looking at closer to 10 to 12. That's the difference there. So if you don't want to heed my warnings, that's okay. You can catch up to this guide later. But yeah, that's my warning to you there. Anyway, let's get back to where we left off. Alright, so assuming you rolled a Ritualist, you'll have a nice little cutscene here, which you can choose to watch. Now, it is suggested that you watch all cutscenes if you're going to go for the Cartographer title, which is mapping out the entire game. If you're following this guide, most likely you're not going to be doing that. Just a word of warning there, if for some reason you want to 100% this game at one point. You'll also want to have a look around this area and map it out. Now, this is the tutorial area that will teach you the basics and all that. However, I'm just going to run ahead. My favourite thing about this tutorial area is I'm not forced to sit there and listen to them chatting. I can just bugger right off to the starting town. Let's see what I have to start with. Absolutely nothing. Well, that's how this guide was going to be, so... Let me into the monastery. Yes, I'm sure. You know, it has actually given me a little bit of cash there in my default skills. And it's been nice enough to level me. I'm guessing the tutorial was supposed to level me. Alright, for now, I'm just going to chuck those points into channeling and communing. Might chuck one into spawning power, just this one left. Not too important at this point, don't worry about that. There you go, just gave me some experience. Questing. Press M to bring up the map. Arrow pointing to where you have to walk to in the area to get to the next area. Go zoom right out, tells you exactly where it is. Yes, skills unlocked. Right, before we go out, where are you, skills person? Here we are. Let's grab some more. Oh no, I didn't get 250 gold. I figured I did. No, it was 20 gold. That's alright, get those skills later. Now, henchmen. Be taking those with us. AI-controlled characters. the interface there. It's Taya. Don't bother with the shock henchman. This build you're better off bringing 2 melees and a healer. Grab this one before you go out. Nice easy quest. Now as I said, I'm rushing this. If you want to take your time here, that's fine. In fact, it's probably a better thing to be doing. It'll make it easier on you. For those of you who just want to gung-ho through this, buckle up. Look, Ludo, I brought a hero out here. Give me monies. Now my quest has disappeared because I completed that one. Press L to bring up your quest log. There we go. Locate Professor. Right. Yeah, I can handle a few minions. Right. Start the gauntlet. Helps if you equip your weapon before combat. Thankfully I have the AI with me. Now, I've got all the skills I want for this particular build, obviously, at the moment, because I had no cash. But your deal with a ritualist, with most builds, is to drop your spirits, get behind them. The enemy AI in this game tends to go for the targets with the least health, and that would be your spirit. So essentially you can make a wall with them. Stand back safely, let them do the work. While this is going, I think I'll fix up my bloody controls. Righto. Quest is finished. More monies. Track down Aang. Right. Now, travelling in this one, similar to Guild Wars 2, basically you bring up the map and you click where you want to go, but you have to have been there first. In fact, it's very similar to Guild Wars 2, except it's instanced, rather than an open world. That's what a lot of people are concerned about with the whole free, you know, pay to play, not pay to play, yeah, pay for the box, play the game, not the subscription-based thing, as they got away with it in this because it's lots of little instance servers and those are easy to maintain. Everyone's a bit skeptical that you can get away with that in a fully persistent world. But I've got to say, they seem to be pretty clever so far. I mean, this linking Guild Wars 1 to Guild Wars 2, I mean, it's not something you can just buy these rewards. You actually have to work in Guild Wars 1 to get them. And quite often, throughout the years, I mean, I've been playing Warcraft pretty heavily. Warcraft's down, I've gone, oh, Warcraft's down. Just log into Guild Wars and give that a go. Right, now, before I go any further, teleport back to Shing Jea Monastery and get some bloody skills. Hold Alt to bring up everyone's name like that. There you go, Blood Song. Press K to bring up your skill bar so you can organise it. You can only do this in town. And back to Tsumei Village. I could probably be making better time than this. I'm going to be pushing to make it at the 3-hour mark like I said I would. Maybe I won't make it. We'll see. Alright, gold! I don't want that skill right now. Nope, screw those skills. More gold, more experience. Go back to town, he says. Easy. Thanks for the background noise, Zeus. That's one of our birds. Zeus the Budgie. It's very vocal this morning. Now, this is to choose your secondary profession. Once again, for this guide, I'll be choosing it for you, but if you can't, you're not interested with that, you know, go ahead and do it yourself. Now, I'm grabbing them all because the first part of this quest is actually just handed in. Free experience, pretty much. Also grabbing them all because if you're not in a hurry and want to level up, get a bit more gold in the starting area, do all of these quests. It'll unlock some other skills for the other professions, not ones I'll be using for this guide, which is why I'm tearing through it like this. But it earns you a ton of experience, and a nice bit of gold, and monastery credits, which you can trade in here. Just a sec. These quartermasters. See? For 3 credits, he will give me an expert salvage kit, which is a really good thing, and a rune of holding. So remember, you can trade these things in here. While I'm here, actually, I'm going to grab an identification kit and a bag. There you go. More space. Never leave home without an identification kit in Guild Wars. Right, so we'll take that. Are you the monk? Yes! Right. That's the one we want. Monk. Healing skills. Though I can tell you right now, if you want to heal on a ritualist, you won't be using monk skills. We have our own skills for healing, which in a lot of cases can be far superior. Now, if you don't want to click on the henchies here, you can press P to bring up your Players tab, and collect them from there. They're just something to do while you're wandering. The auto run is very useful in this game. I suggest making use of it. See how quick this is? Oh, max level in Guild Wars 1 is level 20. So, I'm level 4 now. 16 more to go. Alright, here we are. It's a bit of a trek. Brother Peiwan. It's probably close to the point. Ooh, a hard res. Yes, the resurrection signet you can only use once. Always good to bring resurrect if you can. More skills being unlocked there. Every time you unlock a skill, basically the first time you learn it, it is unlocked on PvP characters. Basically, you can roll a level 20 character in max armour that can only enter PvP areas, and every skill, item, modification you have unlocked can be equipped onto them. This also is true for heroes you equip. Later on you'll get these AI guys will be replaced with heroes I can customise with their own inventory, skills, etc. And they can learn any skill that is unlocked on your account. Right, back at Brother Peiwan. Give me stuffs. Travel back. Let's travel. Walking is for chumps. Master Togo, here I am. I'm now a monk. Touch main signet. Yes. No, I don't want... Stop giving me skills! Stop that! Damn, you're annoying. Right, formal introduction to Togo. This is one of those quests. Those escort quests. To be honest, I thought this would take longer. Oh, but no, my waitings... No, they're not over. This next mission is horrible. Oh, this has got nothing on the Prophecies campaign missions. Oh no! Go into one of those. Expect, I don't know, walking around for 40 minutes, only to die in the last 5 minutes of the area, and then having to do it all over again. Yeah, good times. What's this? He's back in Guild Wars? Well, yeah, Guild Wars is not a perfect game, by any stretch of the imagination. Not to say it's not fun and compelling in its own way, but